Mother Nature doesn't always cooperate with us. We don't get the rain in the amount we need, and we don't get the sun at the intensity that we need.
So a big concern about mass timber and really any wood product is what happens when it gets wet. You take a building like this and you break it into all of its constituent elements and you quantify the carbon impact for each one of those elements. So you take drywall, you take wood, you take everything within the building and you break it out and you quantify it.
And so we developed a special research laboratory.
We call this chamber the CARWASH, and that stands for the Chamber for Analytic Research on Wall Assemblies Exposed to Simulated Weather. And the reason we put walls in the CARWASH is to test different types of wall construction. We build a full-size wall and we move it into that chamber. So once the wall is in the CARWASH, the first thing we do is turn on the rain, and the rain comes from the nozzles on the top of the CARWASH, and those drop little droplets of water that go straight down, just like the rain outside goes straight down. We have a wind generator in the back, and that blows a strong wind that picks up those raindrops and then deposits them on the wall. And then we also have lamps that simulate sunlight. When the lamps get turned on, that produces heat. And heat, just like the sun produces heat when it comes out, and that heat can drive the moisture into the wall because the heat and moisture move together. Once we've analyzed the data, we write it up into a paper that could get submitted to a peer-reviewed journal or a trade journal or an industry organization. The data then goes from the peer-reviewed publication to the industry organization, and those ultimately inform the standards that impact people's daily use of wood in construction.
Forest Products Lab has been an awesome partner. They've partnered with us on our life cycle assessment studies, which for us is really important.
So this is a way that we test those systems, those new materials that come up, and learn what the gaps and needs are for the future to design those systems and those materials.